now to the Judiciary Finance Bill. Representative Lesh, and we need a couple of motions. Representative Lesh, will Representative Noor make?
Mr. Chair, members, I move adoption of the Judiciary Finance and Civil Law Division report for House File 2705.
Okay, that motion is before us. Any discussion? Seeing none, then all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Representative Noor?
Mr. Chair, I move that House File 2705 as amended be recommended to be placed on the General Register.
Okay, the motion is before us. Representative Lesh, there are no amendments, so if you could explain the bill.
I will. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, the Omnibus Judiciary Finance Bill this year for 20 and 21, the base, we are $91.4 million over base for a total of $1.47 billion. We essentially, what we did is we funded the governor's budget request, supplemental budget requests, with a few additions that we pay for by raising civil and probate fees by $50 and adding a court data breach prevention fee of $1. That latter raises $400,000. The changes from the governor's asks are House File 1784, Representative Cantrell. It's an early neutral evaluation study from the University of Minnesota to determine the effectiveness of how we're doing early neutral evaluations in family law cases. Second, we gave the district court judges 1% above the 3% ask from the courts. The reason for this is because of the lag that district court judges have experienced since those lean years of 2003 to 2007. They fell behind everyone else. The original ask from the governor for the courts was 3.5% across the board for both years. The judges were asking for 5. The district court judges were asking for 5. The supplemental dropped that request to 3 and 3, and we funded the district court judges at 4, and we also do this with the civil and probate filing fee increase. The total cost is $7.3 million on that. There's an additional 2% one-time increase to Public Defense Board. This really, I think, has been the committee's top priority for funding due to the extraordinary caseloads that public defenders have to work through in Minnesota, as well as the low salaries they experience. The fourth one is civil asset forfeiture. This costs $720,000 in 2021 and $1.3 million in 22-23. This is due to the revenue loss from various accounts. It is we maintain that civil asset forfeiture, law enforcement taking your stuff, is an issue, but we also recognize that law enforcement uses that money for some good stuff. So that's what accounts. That's what the cost accounts for. Finally, or the next, number 5, we have the Commission on Intelligence and Technology. This is so that the legislature can take a look at new technologies coming online that may affect your privacy or may risk individual citizens' data breaches, and we can get a handle on that ahead of time so we're not constantly reacting to it and chasing after it, which is what the legislature's been doing for the last 12 years. Next is private cooperative divorce. If you and your spouse can agree on the terms, you can reach an agreement under Minnesota law without having to spend tens of thousands of dollars on attorney's fees. Next, criminal traffic surcharge. One of the things we did, Mr. Chair and members, back in those lean years also is we stacked a surcharge upon everyone's fines and fees that is now at $76. The judges are not allowed to waive to indigent defendants. Quite frankly, what happens is they're not able to pay that, so their license gets suspended, and they drive around with a suspended license, and they get picked off for that, and they draw another court appearance for that. So this allows judges to waive that for indigent defendants and has the associated costs with that. Next, there's Representative Becker-Finn's House File 113, the Ramsey County fine revenue. Members, every other city in the state, if you prosecute something, you get 2/3. Minneapolis gets 80%, incidentally. But for some reason, Ramsey County suburban cities get 1/2. So they were complaining about that, justly we thought, and that accounts for the $346,000. And then how we pay for this, Mr. Chair and members, is, as I stated previously, the civil and probate filing fee increase of $50 and the court data breach prevention fee of $1. There are several policy bills included herein as well. Am I speaking to those, Mr. Chair, or are we just talking about the finance part of this?
Well, we kind of leave it up to the presenter, but remember, it is the Finance Committee.
Well, I'll hold off and I'll answer questions on them in case people have, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay, any discussion? Representative Scott.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thanks Representative Lash, Chair Lash, for running a good committee. This isn't a bill that's highly controversial. There are a couple of things in it that are troublesome, but overall, I think it's a decent bill, and it does spend more money than than in the past years. But I just I want to thank Representative Lash for putting some really good provisions in the bill. I think the forfeiture piece, we learned earlier this week that might still need a little bit of work during conference committees and so forth. And so I know that you're willing to work on that, and I appreciate you bringing the bill. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Representative Groff.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members. This bill, it looks like the target for this committee, as was stated by Chairman Lesh, is 91 million above base, and then the spreadsheet lists a total general fund revenue of additional revenue of about 8 million. Is that a Representative Lesh? The item that's on 112 of the spreadsheet, was that the judicial discretion for waiving surcharges? Is that what 112 is?
Representative Lash.
Mr. Chair and Representative Garofalo, yes, that's correct.
Okay. And so net general,
Representative Garofalo.
thank you, net general impact, general fund impact here, am I correct in saying, and I'll look at Mr. Marks, is about $100 million above base? 91.4 million plus the 7.9 million?
Ms. Marks.
Mr. Chair and Representative Garofalo, as far as general fund spending, yes.
Okay. And Mr. Chairman, and Mr. Marks or Chairman Lesh, outside of the general fund, the impact, where do we see on this spreadsheet that number for the non-general fund spending increases?
Mr. Marks, do you want to take that, or shall we ask,
It should be on, Mr.
okay, we
Chair.
have another fiscal analyst that will perhaps be able to help us with that, if you could identify yourself for the record.
Mr. Chair, Representative Garofalo, the judiciary budget for all the agencies is primarily, it's general fund only. However, there were a couple impacts we did create some special revenue funds to receive the proceeds of forfeited property in the forfeiture bill that did not exist previously. That's the only other activity we have outside of general fund spending.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And if I could, just a final question for Representative Lesh.
And by the way, for the record, that was Mr. Walls that made the previous comments. Just for the record, for the tape. Okay, Representative Ruffle.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And which one of these three bills today is going to be the vehicle that is merged into one? So the Mariani bill will encompass.
I'll be laying this one over like I did the first two, and then we'll be folding them into the Mariani.
Okay. So, well, Mr. Chairman, and I'll talk about the fiscal matters on this bill, but obviously there's some very provocative and controversial language in the Mariani bill, and I'm not going to. I'll save it for that discussion there. But this bill, we're talking about once again a bill where the general fund impact is well over 10% of an increase in spending. This is unsustainable spending, even with tax increases. You cannot have government spending growing at a faster rate than personal income growth and population growth. It's not a Republican or Democrat issue. It's math. And so we're seeing in this bill, once again, we're seeing government grow at a faster rate than the private economy, and it's unsustainable. And but I'll save my other comments. I think when this bill gets merged to the other bill, I think there's going to be some more serious objections to what we're voting on. But thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you, Representative Lesh.
Okay, any further discussion? Representative Hertaus.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And Representative Lesh, I was just curious if you could clear up a question for me regarding early neutral evaluation. That generally refers to, as you were mentioning, divorcing situations. But I was wondering in the bill here why a contract is given to the University of Minnesota Board of Regents to conduct a study. Can you tell me just a little bit more about that?
Well, Mr. Chair and Representative Hertaus, I don't recall discussion about why it's the regents per se. I know that they've identified the U as being in a unique position to conduct this study. We heard about that from several folks. There were objections as well from members of the family law bar saying that, no, we don't need any changes in family law. It's working just fine. But the U has been doing studies like this, so that's why it's going to the U.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Mr. Lesh.
Okay, any further discussion? Seeing none, then I'll lay the bill over for possible or for inclusion in the next House file.